Peace. Welcome back to the almost said the wrong channel. Welcome to the Health Hop Network. Y'all know what it is. Tired, but I need to get this out the way. Y'all see what it is, man. Y'all see the title. We're gonna get into it. First, I gotta say, hearing y'all, man. I know y'all want me to do the cooking videos. We're gonna see. I'm gonna do this shit. We're gonna see how these views look. But I got a different setup over here. I don't think I explained that. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this shit logistically, like how I'm gonna actually shoot the videos. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I'm gonna figure it out and we're gonna try to do it. But as far as the music goes, somebody asked me about music. And I meant to tell you in the comments, but I still want to try to figure it out, a way to do it. But YouTube is tripping about the music. So if you're talking about how I used to do the cooking videos with the music, that's not an option no more. YouTube ain't playing that shit. So if there's any music involved, it'll be my music. Unless somebody want to send me some music, right? Always open to playing people's music. People used to send me music back in the day. But yeah, if you got music, you make music, definitely send me some, it's got to be something of substance, preferably something dealing with health, but anything conscious, right, would be cool with me. It don't even got to be conscious, as long as it's dope. I ain't got to worry about no copyright. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure that shit out. But I'm gonna let you know. It might have to be on my website or on Patreon or some shit like that. So y'all willing to support it, then yeah, I can play whatever music I want on some other site besides YouTube. So yeah, I got distracted looking at the video. But yeah, maybe that's what I do, but I'll let y'all know about that. But yeah, what am I talking about? What am I about to say about Lil Kim? It hasn't been said already. I'm not finna just dog Lil Kim out. Like, I've been hesitant to do this. I've been wanting to talk about her for a while. And I've talked about her a little bit on social media, but as far as a video go, I didn't necessarily want to do this because as unlikely as it is, there's a chance that she could see this shit one day, right? And if not her, one of her children, right? So that's something that I considered. I don't want to be bashing no black woman, especially one that obviously has some, some mental issues. I want to talk. She represents a bigger problem, right? So I can use her to talk about a problem that a lot of us have, right? That we share. And I actually do feel for her. Like I can't relate. I have no idea what it's like to be her. It's something I'll never know. Nobody insulted me and called me fucking ugly when I was young, but not my parents. Like nobody I grew up with. Like every parent knows to lie to your ugly children. But if her daddy called her black and ugly, he obviously was a ill man. He was mentally ill himself. Oh, there, yeah, we're gonna get back to faith. Faith is part of this problem. People don't talk about that shit enough. We finna get into it. But yeah, I can't relate to being emotionally abused like that. And then on top of that, I cannot relate to being a woman in this industry, right? Trying to live up to these beauty standards. It's hard enough for y'all regular women to do it. Most of y'all out here looking crazy on your fucking broke ass budget. Like, so yeah, imagine having the other one. Yeah, we finna get to this. Oh, I'm glad they put them pictures in there. They must have talked about what I'm about to talk about. Probably should have listened to this shit. But yeah, so I can't begin to understand type of pressure and self hate that she has had to deal with. Is obviously was a lot, right? Too much for her. But what I do know is that it wasn't just the industry, right? And it wasn't just her daddy. It was also that fat black nigga, right? Black and ugly as ever. She loved to death. We all know. She loved her some fucking big. And to her, to him, we really don't know what she was like to him. She was a young, bust down from what I can tell in the hood, doing whatever she had to do out there to get by, out there in them streets as a young girl. That how he felt about her, like I don't know if that shit was ever mutual. Like, what we do know is that he had a thing for them little light skinned, slim nosed chicks, right? And when he married Faith while Kim was in love with him, then when he got Charlie, we were just watching a video recently. What video is that? Was it Get Money? The Get Money video? I believe it is, right? It's a song with Big and Kim together, but they are not together in this video. They don't have no scenes together in the video. Charlie and Big got scenes in the video, which is crazy. Like, I never paid that shit no attention back then when it was going on. But now looking back, like, yeah, that's wild. Like knowing how these relationships work. Like I don't even think I thought of Big and Kim as a couple back then when Junior Mafia was a thing. Yeah, him and Charlie. Charlie was his girl in the video. Go back and watch that shit. Him and Kim did not have no scenes together. But I believe Those two things right there, Faith and then Charlie, is what drove Kim over the edge to that shit. She seems to have followed Michael Jackson's blueprint for how to fuck your face up, right? She gradually progressed. By the time she got to Naked Truth, she was already damn near unrecognizable. Even though she didn't look completely crazy. Like, she looked like fucking Christina Aguilera or somebody on that album cover. It's a good album, by the way. Very good album. I think her best. So give credit where it's due, right? But yeah, it's been a gradual change, but I really believe that Big had a big part to play in that. Right? No pun intended. Look at her. She done tried to turn herself into fucking Faith Baltimore. That shit had terrible results. Whole thing, man. It's so sad. But the saddest part, that's the saddest part. And that's what I've been wanting to talk about right there. Ever since I knew she had a daughter, it's been on my mind. What the fuck are you gonna say to your daughter when she look at you, when she go back and start seeing these pictures? Because the older she get, right? This is what I was thinking about. This is what I've been thinking about ever since she had a daughter, was this time right now. That the older she get, the more she's gonna become aware who her mama is, and then the more she's gonna start to do research into her past and her career. Like, who wouldn't? So what is she going to think when she sees those pictures of her mama looking like her now? And she got to turn around and look at what her mama look like today. How do you make sense of that? Like, how do you even tell your daughter she's beautiful? Do you even think she is? Like, that's the type of shit I want to know. She look at her and be like, "Ooh, you look like that old ugly black bitch." I would really love to know that, man. Like, 'cause that shit is so deep to me. Like, how do you instill a sense of security, self worth, self love into your child when you did this to yourself? She's gonna easily be able to figure out, oh, well, mama obviously didn't like that, how she looked back then, which is how I look today. So mama probably don't like how I look, despite what she might have been telling me all my life, how pretty I am. If she even been telling her that, like I said, how could she? Like, I don't even understand that. But if she has, maybe she decided to do the exact opposite of what her daddy did to her. How does she believe you? Actions speak louder than words. I don't have no reason to take you serious. And that shit led me to, I know what that led me to think about. Most other black women, right? Because Lil Kim just took it a step further than most other women, right? I've been saying this shit for years too. Like, only thing separating Lil Kim from most other black women is her fucking income. A lot of black women would have done damn near everything she's done, if not more, if they could afford to. Right? Plenty of black women who wish they could become a whole different person. So yeah, I don't really like seeing that type of judgment coming from women who ain't but a few steps away from being Lil Kim. Right? Y'all run out and get your body done, have mummy makeovers and all kind of shit. But she just went and did her face first, then her body. I'm saying she ain't really no different than you. She could just afford more. Or I guess you could say she hates herself more than you. But I don't know. Cause you ain't got fucking millions to spend. I don't know what you would do if you had the money. But it's obvious what most of you do with what little you got. I'm saying you don't even realize how crazy chemically altering your hair is. You don't think that's crazy. If you don't think that's crazy, then it would be easy for you to do all type of other crazy shit to yourself without realizing it's crazy. Until you fucking a whole new being. Some strange new fucking creature. And not just women, right? Like, how do y'all niggas would be Michael Jackson too? Not as many, right? Because we are not the victims of this. Like, let's just keep it a buck. We're not the victims of all of this type of shit. The European beauty standards target that shit at y'all. And we help perpetuate it, you know, right? We chase after these women, and put them up on the pedestals, glorify them, praise them, and all of that. We do that for sure. So we all play our part. Like I said, Big played his part. But you gotta be clear that Big probably had some self-hate issues. How many people just call themselves black and ugly as ever? Why black? Right? What being black? What black got to do with being ugly? Right? So we know Big had some issues. So that's what I'm saying. Lil Kim represents self-hate across the board. She was a petite, little brown girl. Somebody told her she needed to be thick and yellow to win out here. That's what she needed to do. And not somebody specifically. Like nobody probably sat down and said those words to her. I'm saying this is what the programming. With the messages, the images. That's what you're absorbing all day, every day. Whether you realize it or not. And it's sad. I mean, we can already see her daughter, you know, on a path to unnaturalness, right? Where it starts small. Get to a certain age, time for a perm. Why? What message do you think that sends to a young girl? All of a sudden, my hair ugly now. Now it needs to be straightened out. It needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying he's just the regular shit we do to ourselves. Imagine being told you ugly on top of that. Can't imagine. Sad. Just something I wanted to talk about. Run by y'all. See how y'all feel about it. Just want us to love ourselves, man. Encourage women. That's all I be ever wanting to do. Let y'all know we love you just the way you are. You do not need to do all of that shit. I know y'all ain't doing it for us. That's what she'll say. She'll say, I did this for me. I didn't do this for nobody else. I did this to make myself feel better. And I'm sure that's true to an extent, right? It makes you feel better to feel more attractive. Simple. Better you think you look, the better you feel. But the better you think you look to who? To the world, right? What you presenting to. Like, I don't know why that's so hard for women to admit. Somebody spends hours and thousands of dollars on their appearance. So just for themselves to look at. Like, nobody in their right mind does that. Somebody got dressed up and made up and did their hair and didn't do nothing but sit in the mirror all day. You would say that person has lost their mind. Right? But that would be somebody who truly did it for themselves. You're doing this shit for yourself. You're a fucking public figure. You do this shit for the world. Use Lil Kim as an example to us all. You let other people determine how you see yourself. Oh, I forgot to talk about this little quote. If it's a true quote, what she said, all my life, black people told me that she wasn't pretty enough. I thought she said that all her life black people told her she was ugly. But either way, but what is that saying right there? If you say all your life people been telling you you ugly or you not attractive enough, not pretty enough, and you did all this to yourself, you are admitting you believed it. Right? Guys always cheating on me with women who were European looking. It's just an admission. Like, she telling y'all, this is why I did these things to myself. I'm telling you, you got them same problems probably. Right? Sure, that's happened to a lot of sisters, especially darker skinned sisters, because we are fucked up too, right? We are conditioned to chase after light skin and good hair. I didn't mean to quote the light skin, just the good hair part. That shit deep. Like, gotta check ourselves. Man, what are we teaching our sons? Y'all so worried about fucking trans people. The fuck is what do you call that? She's a trans woman. Like, she transitioned into a whole nother woman. I'm saying, if you want to call trans people mentally ill, then you got to acknowledge the mental illness there. And if you acknowledge the mental illness here, then you got to acknowledge this mental illness too. Right? Come on now. You just ain't went as far yet. This is the same shit. So that's really what I'm saying. Like, it's so easy to point out somebody else's crazy shit. We've talked about this before, right? Had women point out to me, not just to me, they do it all the time. If you be on social media, you'll see somebody talking about cultural appropriation, white women with braids and afros or whatever the fuck, Rachel Dolezal type bitches, right? It's fucking Asians straightening their eyes and doing all kind of shit to themselves to look more European. Blonde hair Asians, right? And we don't have no problem spotting that and pointing it out, right? Calling it out. Oh, that's crazy. They trying to look white. Or they trying to look like us. But for some reason, we walk around all day trying to look like them. No one seems to have no problem with that. It's just trying to switch it up. We done got so crazy to where we done convinced ourselves that some of this is our shit. Like, this is black girl shit, wearing different color hair and different color fur, pardon me. Right? Ain't no kind of fur black girl shit. Unless that's what naturally grows out your head. Not good enough to just say, "Oh, my friend got her hair done and it was straight and I liked it, so I did it too." But where did the idea of straightening your hair come from? That's what I'm talking about. Let's be real, because I already know some of y'all gonna try to twist this shit, act like you don't understand. So, for the record, we all know we've been subject to unrealistic, unnatural, unhealthy European beauty standards. Let's just be real about it. This is the result just as much as her daughter and her hair is a result, right? And if you'll accept one change like that, then it becomes easier to accept the other changes, right? I hope y'all feel me, man. Sad case. We all look and say how beautiful she was, how pretty she was. Well, that's what I say too. When I see a woman with all her makeup on and her fucking fur hat, I think about how pretty she was. That's what I'm saying, man. If you can understand how Lil Kim went from being pretty to not so pretty, then you should be able to understand how doing all kind of things to yourself makes you not pretty no more. To men who like black women, right? To men who are not fucked up in the head and conditioned and hate themselves too. So that's kind of the issue, right? You got to be clear on what type of men you trying to attract or what type of energy you trying to attract, period. Talk to any of your friends who you know who went natural if you haven't and see how the energy change. How men just talk to and treat them differently out the blue, even though they might not be no different. All they did was change their hair. Some reason they automatically are worthy of more respect than they were worthy of the day before. Yeah. That shit matters, man. How you present yourself to the fucking world. Oh yeah, and speaking of Michael Jackson though, I'm working on a video on him too. We gonna talk about Mike, man. Spell he got y'all niggas under is insane to me. I don't get it. We gonna get back to that. Just as a side note, I've been wanting to make a video about what Three Stack said years ago about how your appearance don't necessarily mean that you for the cause, right? Every nigga with dreads for the cause, every nigga with goals for the fall. No, so don't get caught up in appearance, right? And there was a time when I agreed with that, but now not so much, right? And it's really interesting, especially when it comes to women. Like, have you ever noticed that every single activist or so-called conscious leader in the black community, they all seem to have a certain look? 90% of the time, 99% of the time, they're natural, first of all. Think about them. All the ones you know, from going back to the Black Panther days, civil rights, all the way to uh, Francis Welsing, Queen Afua, like natural sisters, right? And they typically are Afrocentric in their presentation, right? So that's interesting, right? Why are there hardly no black activists, women who look like this? Prominent ones. Might be some little community leader you know of maybe in your hood. But I'm talking about prominent female activists, leaders, teachers in our community that we hold in high regard. Why don't none of them ever look like this? If appearance has nothing to do with shit, right? You can be completely conscious, love yourself, love your people, and still look like that. Well, then where's all the leadership that looks like that? Something to consider. So yeah, I have come to the conclusion that Three Stacks is wrong about that. Right? Whether you intend to or not, how you present yourself sends a message about what you stand for, right? It tells people what you represent, even if you're unaware of it. Like I made a post about this, and then I gave an example of you wearing a MAGA hat. It just looked like a cool red hat with gold letters or whatever color letters it's got. So you put it on and walking around in your nice red hat, got you an outfit to match. You don't even know what MAGA mean. But to the rest of the world, you're representing something, right? You're making a statement. Your appearance makes a statement about you. So even if you are unaware of what the statement is, you're making a statement nonetheless. I'm making a statement. Every time I step out the house like this, right? It's a pro-black statement, right? Off the rip, without me having to say a word. I'm making a pro-black statement just by wearing my hair like this. Afro, any natural hairstyle, right? If you embrace your natural hair, you are automatically making a pro-black statement. You might not be thinking about it that way at all. Maybe it was just convenience for you. Maybe you just couldn't afford getting a haircut no more. It don't matter. You're making the statement just in the same way you would be if you put on that MAGA hat. So every nigga with dreads is for the cause. You are saying I'm not going to conform, right? I don't conform to the European beauty standards. You are now for the cause, willingly or unwillingly, wittingly or unwittingly. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. For the cause or the fall, whether you know it or not. But that's it. Y'all chew on all that shit, man. Marinate on it. Start to learn to love yourself so you can teach your children to love themselves so we can break these cycles. Let's not continue this. Our young black boys, brown men, melanated men, to not be chasing after light, bright, and damn near white women. Respectfully, right? Nothing wrong with our light skinned sisters, but it shouldn't be treated as some type of prize or trophy. Especially the ones with the European features, right? I don't know if Faith or Charlie Baltimore are actually even black. Like, yeah, especially Charlie. Like, ain't her mama white? Matter of fact, somebody let me know. If I ain't mistaken. She probably damn near actually a white woman. Yeah, that's all part of the psychosis, man. Willie Lynch shit should be over by now. He's still under the spell. That's my message for today, man. Let's work on breaking that spell. No more little Kims, right? That should be our mission. Just remember that it starts here. It starts small. So the next thing you know, you don't know who the fuck or what the fuck you are. Love yourself and be healthy. Peace.